Chickity chick. What's up, Nostalgia Corp? What's up, Tarzan Puma? Supernova over on YouTube, what's happening? For sure, Supernova. That's what it's about for today. We're uniting. We're nerds. We're doing this. All right, let's go live here. Make sure it all works. What's up, everybody? Oh, look at this. Closed captions are working. I do want to add one thing over here. I made a little banner to remind people about the blends using my Droppp Arcade inspired Nerds Unite logo. That's a very large banner, but I don't want y'all to miss it. Blends are live. Oh yeah, the Marvel stream that everybody's making fun of. You can't do anything these days without the internet making fun of you. Period. End of story. Yeah, I think it's fun. I think it's a really cool idea. It reminds me of the Game of Thrones block of ice that melted, which at the time didn't get as near as much hate. But the popular thing these days is to hate on everything. So, been watching this Marvel stream live all morning. Announcing Cast of Doomsday one share at a time every 12 minutes or so. What was the latest one? I was watching a little bit of it while I was working, but didn't want to get lost in that. I'm waiting for a Chris Evans. That would be dope. But I wonder, I would also like them to hold back something. It'd be nice if there were some cameo surprises. I think there will be. Danny Ramirez. Oh, nice. Lewis Pullman. I don't know Lewis Pullman. I'm Googling. I'm going to the Google. Oh, yeah. Okay. I know that guy. Kelsey. Oh, they did announce Kelsey Grammer. Beautiful. My Flock Beast Pop is about to jump in value. He was in Top Gun. Yeah. That's awesome. All right, well, we only have 10 minutes until Droppp Arcade goes live, so we shouldn't dilly or dally, except for I will pop through here and say maybe on stream today we'll do some giveaways of these, the NU logo that's in NU Arcade, inspired by Droppp Arcade. So stay tuned throughout the stream for a chance to maybe win a little something. We still got 49 of these blends to go, and there's still 2 one-of-ones left in there. So if anybody's interested in doing the blends, a link should pop up every so often in the chat. Or let me do this real quick for Twitch. I can do it in YouTube as well. This was called the NU Arcade Blends are live. Put that in there, pin it, copy it, paste it to YouTube. In case anybody's interested in doing these, there will be some new blends this week, so maybe you want to wait. Yo, Adrian Torres, what's up? How are you now? Welcome. Almost time. That's right. Let's bring this up. Let's hover. 8 minutes and 45 seconds. We're going to be here live for this. I don't anticipate any giant surprises. I think it's going to be pretty straightforward with everything that we've been investigating. But you never know what we might be able to learn today, or what different kind of analytics we might be able to look at, or what we can see happening. Would have been really cool if the Droppp team had gone live today, so we could like ask questions and pick their brain and whatnot. But unfortunately, they don't do that. I wish they did. If they ever want to, I could just have them on as a guest. Yeah, the pollen is bad. I don't know if you guys can see. I definitely have some bags under my eyes because not only am I old, but also my allergies have been bothering me in a different way up here than they ever did in Texas. It's all in my eyes. I woke up and I'm just, I can't quite get them fully open and operational, you know? Oh, Boba James, I didn't do shout outs yesterday. I feel like such a turd. Yeah, we got time for one for sure. I'm not getting them delivered to me in the same way in my new layout, and therefore I totally forgot them. We have a happy birthday Natasha still on deck. I'm so sorry. We can see if we can squeeze one in here in the next 5 minutes while we're waiting. Is there anything anybody's most excited about with Droppp Arcade today, or is it just, if you're like me, and this doesn't have to be the right answer, if you're like me, it's just like, I can't wait to see what happens. Is anybody going to do any serious converting or burning early? Or is it going to be kind of mundane and quiet today? I'm kind of intrigued. I don't think I'll be burning anything today, but if Droppp were to announce, hey, we've got a special surprise in store for everybody that burns at least one NFT today, well, then I might do it. New molds next year. Oh, you're already looking like season 4? Is that what you're talking about? I mean, it totally could be a thing, but I don't think we're going to find anything about that out for a while. My guess is the Droppp team is going to be standing by watching as well, eagerly trying to get the data on what goes down with this, how people behave, and because they are a publicly traded company, and the most important factor always has to be how much money will they make. Because remember, every transaction on the secondary market, they get 8% of. And those transactions, there might be fewer and fewer NFTs, still a lot of transactions that'll increase because people want to get in on the game, and therefore they're making more money ultimately. I'm not sure that's the goal. I'm not going to say it's the only reason they did this, but when you have a publicly traded company, you've got to always be looking at new revenue sources, new income, how you bump that bottom line up to make your stockholders happy. And as a stockholder, I would like to see that bottom line go up higher. I'm a stockholder and a collector, so I win on both sides. Which, by the way, you guys could be too. I was not allowed to talk about it as a Funko employee. We weren't allowed to talk about the stock, but I'm no longer a Funko employee, so. As I pointed out about a gazillion times. I'm gonna do day one common burn just to say that I did it. I kind of like that, Darth Wacko. I might take that same approach. I might do that as well. I'm intrigued, but it'll be understated today from me. That's fair. Fourth curator, exactly. I don't talk about it enough here. I really don't try to dwell on it, but it just comes up in conversation since my world has revolved around Funkos since like 2012. Since before I was a Funko employee, I was very, very into it all. I was a fanatic. I won't say I'm an OG, not by any means, but I was an earlier on fanatic than most. Like, what year did everybody start collecting here that collects Funko? I feel most of you are probably like that 2015 to 2017 range, but I could be wrong. I think that's when it really blew up the most. And then I started at Funko at the very end of 2016, so I'm sure we'll have a fair amount of you that are 2017 to 2019 as well. I feel those are the biggest ranges. Ooh, Cutie Beck was one of us early ones. That's impressive. My first one was technically in 2011. I have an Instagram post. If you go back, you can see one of my very first Instagram posts about my Sully Pop that I picked up. But didn't really start collecting until 2012. Funko needs to pivot into the mini-so market. I mean, they could. They could get in there too. That wouldn't surprise me. You know what wouldn't surprise me at all is if one day Funko, if they continued along, they end up buying Mike Becker's company again. another big cash out, if he was ever so willing to step away. $2015 for Random King. Yeah. Oh, Random King, congratulations on the win today. 2018 for Movie Man. So you were in there right when we were hitting like the full. We were in full throttle mode with everything we were doing at Funko as when I was part of the marketing team. So maybe you came by our lives and stuff. Takum, I'm gonna allow it. It held that message, even though you didn't really curse or anything. I said thanks a little bit ago. Oh, no, I just missed it. Random King, head down. Sorry about that. Congratulations. That's amazing. I gave away a standard pack of the Teen Titans Go yesterday on stream. We had the giveaway. It was launched, and you could enter. And today, chose the winner, sent it over to his wallet. All right, hopefully I can finish this shout out up in the next couple minutes. We've got 2 minutes and 16 seconds until this thing launches. I wonder who will be the very first to burn something. Is somebody here going to try to be the first one to burn anything? That kind of would be fun, right? Hear the revenge. Happy NF Wednesday? Yeah, I hear it. It's weird. It's very strong. Boba James says 2008. First Funko item is a Wacky Wobbler NYCC Con exclusive Spirit Obi-Wan Ghost Glow. Man, that is OG. I remember going to my first fun days in 2013 and sitting at the table and not really knowing much about the history of Funko collecting. I had seen some of the earlier Pops and Wacky Wobblers, of course, so I was aware they existed. But then sitting at a table with guys who were like, yeah, I already have like 500 pieces in my collection. I've been collecting for this many months or years. And I was like, dang, like this is cool. I was excited about it. Get your burning pack out today. It's very relevant today. You're not lying, bro. Get the burning pack ready. There we go. We got 1 minute and 3 seconds. You know, we should put this on display. Display, as I used to say before I was corrected mercilessly. Right up next to our Kippy figures from Priscilla. We got our burning pack right there. We need a little spotlight. They paying people 100 wax to the first person that burns. Who's paying them? Is this confirmed, or are you just like having fun guessing? Hagwinch, what's up? I don't collect Funko, but my siblings do. I watch your stream to gift them the digital stuff since they don't do crypto. Oh, that's kind of you, Hagwinch. Yeah, I think we all know a Funko collector or two, don't we? All right, 20 seconds left before we move on. Happy birthday, Natasha. Boba James's better half. Happy birthday, Natasha. Hope you had a wonderful birthday. And then now let's count down. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, it automatically took us to a please stand by. That's the drop section. Let's refresh. We'll go to arcade. We'll go to leaderboard. All right, according to this, looking early on here, I have 444,000 available points. Should I want to burn? Do we have any heavy hitters in here? What's y'all's points available? I'm sure you're all looking. Boba said, had no idea what the company was at the time. They had a small, maybe 8x8 booth space at NYCC. Saw Star Wars glow in the dark and said, I have to have. I would have been the same way. Thank you. We'll need one more show of it. Missed it while typing. Oh, okay, yeah, absolutely. I'll show it in a second again. Nadu, what's happening? I talked about it a little bit yesterday, but 28,000 available points for Darth Wacko. Doesn't look like this is auto-updating, so let's give it a refresh and see. Already 24 people have jumped in. 168 items converted. Now, if you're watching this and maybe you don't chat because you don't feel comfortable, please do. We love everybody to chat here. No one's going to treat you badly. Don't do any conversions until you understand what you're doing. You are burning your NFT. It will be dead, gone forever. You get points in exchange for it. Nostalgia Corp, 349. Nice. Jasp is already in the top 333. Grab a screenshot while you can. It's going to change rapidly. I didn't mean to rhyme, but it worked. 32,000 for BG Dub. You're at 32.8. Hey, look, you're in it. You can burn one. You can maybe get a participation ribbon for this season, right? Rare Individuals here. I have over 1 million points. Going to sit back and see how it goes before burning. I think that's the move. But guys, you better understand what you're doing before you jump in. This is going to be interesting to see how quickly these points tally up. 333's score. What is that? I thought that was going to be total score. Is that what the 333rd person? They're at 8 points. Yeah, it's just that one person score, so you know the mark to beat. Interesting. Okay, let's refresh. Yeah, the time left countdown, we talked about that. That's going to be ultra important, but we do know that the date is June 16th for when this is when they're going to do the final snapshot. And that happens to be a Tuesday. I will be streaming that day. We'll be covering it. I anticipate, we know number of hours now, so if we plug that in, would that be 11 a.m.? No, it would not be, because it's 11 a.m. right now, and that says the final three portions of the number are 12 hours, 57 minutes. So it would actually be 11:59 p.m. on June 19th. I'll have to come back and do a late stream. Yeah, this is the score of the person at 333. That makes sense, which is still sitting at 8 points. But we've got some early burners here. This QNFSLX.DP, one of the early people. Oh, look, if we click their name, we see their season 1 rank right now, their score. It's a shame they don't have they really need to get a monster to put in there if they're going to be at the top of the board. They only have an available 20,976 points. So look, I'm not making fun of anybody, but this was a bold move to rush to the top of the charts, and then they're going to get pushed down and out of the way really quick. Tanner's at 123,000 available points. Nice. Random King 5418. Callard burned one. Yes, BG Dub, that is points left, but that's not going to be enough to cut it, I don't think, in this season. I could be wrong. I could be very wrong. But we're going to watch and see what happens. Oh, yeah, no, I see it. It's available points. Yeah. And unless I'm missing something else. I think I said it as you were watching. Curtis, yeah, you don't lose them. They are burned. They are converted into points. So they come out of your wallet. They're gone forever. And keep in mind, too, another important part of this is any points you earn are only valid right now during Season 1. If you burn, get your points, or convert, burn, same term, and at the end of the season, you don't land in the top 333, you get nothing for your points. Because at the end of Season 1, all points are wiped from the board. We start fresh in Season 2. Very, very important information. Curtis, that's it for you. David, welcome. Hello, 138,000 points. I really feel like you got to have probably at least 200 to 300,000 points to land in the top 333 this season. I could be wrong. I'm going to save my NFTs and collect my NFT points. Wait, which is it? If you're collecting points, you're not saving NFTs. Can you show how to burn so I don't mess up and burn them all? I haven't done it yet, but we'll do one together, sure. Here's a button that says convert points. Let's see what happens. I hope it doesn't convert all my points. That would suck. Yeah, look here, it takes you over. There's a bar here at the bottom that allows you to select certain ones and how many points you can get for them. Or that was one way to get to it. Or yeah, you can go to your inventory. Saw this yesterday. This bar was here. If you just go to your inventory, there's a bar that now hovers across the bottom. So when you select your NFTs, you can either transfer or click on arcade mode. So if let's pick something. I'll just pick a rare or something to get a few points for. Let me go to, what's something I have a ton of rares of? I really want to keep the majority of my NFTs. I feel like I bought a whole lot of Funame. Let's look at this. Let me look at Funame. I also want to see what different ways you can get to these things. I know I have a lot of My Little Pony. Should we burn a Discord? We should burn a Discord just because that's funny. Which Discord did you guys gift me the most? I know I had a ton of them at one point, or I thought. Oh, that's Series 2. I got to go to Series 1. That's why. I think it has to be the first one I burned, just because of what's gone down in the stream here. Oh, look, they finally put a little icon image for the DC Bold and the Brave. That's awesome. I'm glad they've gone in and cleaned those up. There we go. My Little Pony Series 1. Yeah, got to burn a Discord. You guys gifted me a ton. There's 34 of this one right here. So let's check. Okay, now you can't do anything from here, it looks like, right? There's hovering bar doesn't exist. There's no burn or convert or arcade or anything, but I can click to go to inventory for that particular Discord that I have highlighted. I can now hit arcade mode, and there we go. Let's select something with a lucky number. This one ends in a 5. You guys bless me with all these. 7-7. I need one that ends in a 5-5. That would be the best. 7-5. There we go. My two lucky numbers. 38.75. I highlight it. I can highlight multiple if I want to. It'll tell you how many points that's worth and how many you've selected. You can go up to however many are on the page. So if I scroll down, you'll notice that number goes up. So you can select a ton of them at one time. I'm just going to select that one. I'm going to say convert points. Convert to arcade points. Compete to stay at or above rank 333 by converting Digital Pop into arcade points. Converting will permanently remove the item. They avoid the word burn, but it is a burn from your inventory and does not secure your position at this rank. Total points I'll get for that, 8. New potential rank. That'll put me into 125th, a tie. I'm assuming. Yes, I acknowledge this is going to burn and it's gone forever. There is convert to points. Oh, you do have to put in your authenticator code. That's good. That'll protect any silliness in case anybody gets into your account and decides to mess with you. Always use the two-factor authentication, even if it feels like it's a little bit of a drag and it slows you down. It takes seconds, man. It's not that big a deal. I just went off the screen, so you won't see. All right. You're in the top 333. I should screenshot that. I'm probably not going to see that again. Current rank 0. That's not quite right. Go to leaderboard. And if I wanted to, I guess, look, I can go in and say, look at the address, sully.dp. Oh, it assumes .dp. There I am. 134th with 8 points. I'm on the board. Meat Puppets is in a nutshell. You have to burn your whole collection for a possible chance. That you put an exclamation point. I assume that's your comment, not a question. My guess is that this season, my guess is that this whole season is going to boil down to the last 48 hours. And so if that was a question, it's impossible to know what you would need to do to end up in the top 333. I'm shocked to see we have a couple of people who have run out on the lead here now. This QN FSLX, they have 104,000 points. And they still have, I don't think that's accurate because the same person had like 96,000 with that many available a second ago. So maybe it takes time to update. And it even shows their estimated inventory value, which is interesting. I don't know if we'd be able to see that of other people. Like this person that's in second place, they still have 383,000 points. Says their total score is 59.8, which doesn't jive with that. It's probably just a refresh issue. Some things they'll probably be working on. Look at, you can see their sticker, their NYCC sticker. That's dope. That's really how these things start to pay off. When it comes to the next seasons, we'll see those stickers of people that got in the top 333 or first, second, or third or whatever. Treat it like an eBay auction. Last minute to 30 seconds will go. Well, I totally agree. The only thing I'm concerned about in that waiting until the very end is what if, and this is a big what if. I'm not dogging Funko or Droppp. I should have that on the screen written at all times. Technical difficulties are a real thing. If we get to the last 30 seconds and people think everyone's going to be burning at once to try and get their points in so they can sneak into the top 333, what happens if that becomes a backlog and pushes the conversion of some of those past the midnight or 11:59 p.m. on that day? I think it's a dangerous thing to do. So that NYCC drop sticker was with if you got one of the cards, those hard plastic cards. I did have some around here from WonderCon still. But if you had those, it had a code on there. You redeem the code and you got the NFT sticker. I gave away some here on stream. David Vu says to everyone on Twitch and the Nerds Unite community, good luck to us all. I wish I could be on Twitch during work hours to interact. Oh man, NASCAR, I know that. Doesn't that stink? Yeah, Supernova. I mean, I've been playing hard. I've been collecting hard without getting rid of anything since day one, Turtles Series 1. And during the last few months leading up to Droppp Arcade, I was here talking openly about, hey, what do we think Droppp Arcade will be? And therefore, I was making a lot of purchases. I was buying up rares, uncommons, and commons at a penny. I bought hundreds over the course of several months, just each day using Chain Champs to bring up, hey, what's the cheapest across all the collections? I'd buy a dozen to even 100 some days at a time, knowing that eventually those would be worth something. And the day is finally here. I knew it. I told everybody. I was hoping you guys would take that as well and run with it. But, you know, everybody had a different theory. Some people only bought coins thinking that was the only thing that was going to matter. As it turns out, coins being worth 200 points apiece is pretty dang legit. So for those of you who are stocking up on coins, I think you still are going to end up in the top positions. I think like Boba James is here and he was buying a ton of them. Happy arcade launch day, OP influencer. Third place burned their entire inventory with nothing left. Let me refresh. See, these are the things I think are terribly interesting. What is it that person is thinking? No offense to them. Maybe the third person got pushed down because I'm seeing something different now. Here's one. They got pushed to fourth. They got their 30,826 points. They now have 0 available points, and they are done for the season. That's it. All they can do is sit back and wait and pray. I hope they understand what they did. I hope they understand their NFTs are gone. I hope they were reading, and I hope they understand that those points don't carry over to future seasons. It would be very sad. Look at this. Their estimated inventory value was $1,130.96. It would be really interesting to take a snapshot of somebody's value of their wallet like that one right here, right now. We could do this. Let's take a screenshot so that we can come back to this. What we won't know is, maybe it'll update, I don't know. What would that value of that inventory be at the end of the 83 days, 12 hours, 46 minutes, and 30 seconds we have left? I'm thinking that value of that inventory would be closer to $2,000. Is that Pugwash? I feel like you're giving away the farm if you're doing that. No offense. Jeff Swack says, oh, they can sweep floors to get more points. They absolutely can still participate. That's a good point. They don't have to sit out the rest of the season. You can still buy. You're right. That was a stupid comment on my part. You're absolutely right. They can still continue to buy. Is that their plan? Now they're beholden to what the floor is. Right now their hands are tied. They have to buy at whatever stuff is going for. And this is what I was talking about for months and the last few weeks is, oh, hey, what's up? Aaron's here over on Twitter. Aaron and I interact regularly. Sorry, my Twitter messages are over here. They're out of my view. Aaron, I like your style, man. I like the way you post to Twitter. Good positive content all the time. Always sharing your stuff. It's a joy to follow you and interact with your stuff. You're in third place. I hope I wasn't. That's you, Aaron Pops. All right, dope, man. Look at you. Third place, 44,000 points, still has another 60,000 points to go. So if he didn't buy anything else, he has over 100,000 points in total that he could cash in this season. Would that be enough to make top 333? No offense to Aaron, I don't think it is. I think we're looking at 200 to 300,000 points to make the top 333. But I could be very, very wrong. I often am. I just think that a lot of people are sitting back and watching right now. Aaron, if you don't mind me asking, what made you decide to burn early like this? Because, and again, I'm not making fun of anybody. My approach was, oh man, I don't want to do that too early and give away the farm. I want to wait till the end and see what happens. Maybe you're just like gung ho and you're like, I'm going to buy more. Doesn't really matter. I don't think there's a long-term play in these NFTs. I want my points now. Like, I can see that too. Cal says only 179 people are participating so far. Let's keep it like, no way that stays like that. I think we talked about it on stream a little while back, and my guess was that there'll be around 2,000 people that might participate. I think Pop and Stock said he thought it'd be more like 5,000 people that would participate. But I've talked about this before. You've got Funko collectors. Imagine a big ring. You've got Funko NFT collectors, which is probably more like down here. Then you got Funko NFT collectors who even understand what Droppp Arcade is and are still active. And then you got, getting narrowed down to a real small, and I'm not implying anything, a real small ring of people who know what Droppp Arcade is, are actively participating, are going to burn. I don't think it's a huge number. There we go. I love this. I'm so glad we have people coming in like this. Aaron said, I've got lots of money in my Droppp wallet for my later attack. He has a plan. See, I didn't think like that. I love that. So we're going to see a lot of moving and shaking this season. Let's give a refresh. Let's see where we're at. Total players, 179. Does that go up? I imagine throughout the day. Yo, look at that. It just another 100. Cal Laird, your worst nightmare. 272 total players already. 29,000 NFTs converted or burned. 1.9 million points. I would not have guessed we'd have seen that all day today. I'm shocked. And still, you can get into the top 333 by burning one rare NFT or better. I don't know. What was it? If it was a tie, it came down to who did it first. Was that right? It's not like the season's going to stay here, but if there were a tie right now, those who burned early one NFT would remain in there. Yeah, you still have 83 days left. This is a marathon, not a sprint. And even Aaron understands that. He's sprinted at the beginning, and he's made you think. I've done. It's out. He's got money waiting. It doesn't say that on the screen. We don't see that about Aaron's account. It does say the estimated inventory value. That's the thing that I keep talking about too, is the value. And I really would like a snapshot of somebody's account now, what the value of their NFTs was, what they burned, and what those same NFTs would be worth at the end of these 83 days. I'm keeping an eye on my value, and I'm not doing this to brag. Please don't think that's what this is. But I've noticed that since Droppp Arcade was fully announced, my account, I was at about $5,700 value. I've made purchases on Toy Story and Avatar, and small purchases on Teen Titans Go yesterday, but that didn't amount to $1,000, and yet my increase in value of my collection has gone up almost $1,000. That's because the floor on the commons, the uncommon, all the different rarities is going up, up, up. And we're going to watch that number go up all season, I think. I think it's going to continue to go up all season. What Callard said, time to start charging 25 cents for a common. I mean, look, I have a little search I use over here. We'll get out of... this is basically like missing a couple of collections. This is all the Funko collections, and this is the floor of the cheapest rares. I'm specifically looking at rares right now. I was buying these up at under 0.5 wax for 2 and 3 cents months ago. Buying them up, dozens, hundreds at a time. Now they're at 1.9 wax, which is about 5 cents. Wax is down. If you go back to several months ago, that's more like 15 cents at the value of wax at the time. Let's look at though we take out rare, and let's just say, give us the cheapest on the entire market, common, uncommon, whatever. The cheapest thing you can buy right now is 0.83 wax, which is 2 cents. This is on wax, not on Droppp Marketplace. You can get a lot more bang for your buck right now if you were to take $100 and put it into wax and buy cheap NFTs there. You're going to get a better deal than you can going into Droppp Arcade or Droppp Marketplace, because the Droppp Marketplace has a minimum purchase of 5 cents. Now, if you had wax, old wax like I do, that I've had from months ago, it's gone down in value. It's probably a break even, like on how that money, $100 from 3 months ago, would behave for me or perform for me across the two. But this is as cheap as it gets right now. We should note that as well. 0.83 wax. Where's that going to be in a month, 2 months? At the end of 3 months, are we looking at 5 wax for a common? 10 cents? I think easily. David Vu said, geez, a lot of the top leaderboard right now have burned through most of their inventory. And I even made the foolish comment earlier, like, well, they're done. But I forget they can continue to buy. So there might be people who are willing to dump money into this, whether they have it on standby or already have it in USDC. But you got to look at it as if you spend $200 or $300 to buy to get into the top 333, not guaranteeing your spot. Is that worth it to get that pop? Freddy as Monster LE333, one of 3 paint variants. Anybody telling you it's the same pop, they can jump off a short bridge, but there are 3 different paint variants, and LE1000, if you have in total for across the first 3 seasons, is still very limited. Papa Sock says, I know you hate Discord. Yes, I do. But on Droppp Discord, there is a new channel, Arcade Activity, and you can see the points burned as they go. Oh, now that's cool. Let's bring that up. I do hate our Discord, but I do go in there regularly to kind of keep an eye on what's being said and what people are talking about. I specifically stay out of the Droppp Discord because it's just a place for anger and stupidity all the time. I don't want any part of it. But I do, occasionally there's a nugget of wisdom that comes out of there. Somebody will say something interesting. Arcade Activity. Whoa, look at that. It's just constantly moving and updating. Oh, look at it. It says, staying at number 1 That Pipley's.dp is actively working. Moved from 148 to 149. Oh, that sucks. It received 4,400 points, but moved down one space. There you go. 32 points. Move somebody up from 377 to 295. This is really interesting. Yeah, Tanner, that's exactly what it is. It's people crapping on the hard work of others. Anybody who's in there is crapping on what's going down clearly has never created anything themselves. Bubba James said, maybe I'm willing to sell my collection at a premium. That's okay. That's what I keep hinting at. Hold and then sell near the end of the season and make your money to play in future drops. And just kind of treat Droppp Arcade like an investment strategy. That's maybe what I'm going to do. We'll see. I don't know. I smell smoke with all this burning. Callard said, I put my Small Farts exclusive Justice League NFT up for $10. Oh, now, Chuck, that is a sleeper hit, if you ask me. We've done the math before, and I think there's only like 900 of each of those in existence. But no one knows that. If anybody doesn't know what we're talking about, and you probably don't. Is there anybody who doesn't know what we're talking about with the Small Farts exclusive? I'll say the word. Walmart exclusive Justice League Pop. I rank that right up there with Discord. There is a really cool thing that Funko did, and I wish they had done more of it, but they probably deemed this a failure, even though it was an error in marketing and working with that horrible company. There was this really cool NFT that if you bought the pop and you followed the instructions with your receipt, you could go online and you could claim this NFT. You have to sign in to Droppp to view that? That's not right. Go away with that. But there's the image of it right there. There was a rare and a common. The common's not animated. There we go. The common is not animated. The rare is. Well, there's a little fire on this one. There's a little bit of movement. But then this one has like severe movement. Lots of movement. There are only 16 of these available on Droppp for sale. There are only 10 of those available on Droppp for sale after all. It's been years since this first came out. But if you come down here and look. The rare, only 435 were ever actually collected. The date has expired for you to collect those. You can't get them anymore through the redemption. You'd have to buy them on the secondary market. The commons, only 995. That makes this rare one of the rarest non-grails ever. Period. Supply and demand. And you look at this right now, the asking price is $17. You can also skip on over to Atomic Hub, where I think you might be able to get a better deal on these right now. I'm not positive. We can take the name and take a quick look-see. If we go to Atomic Hub. So if you want to grab one of these up, I still feel like it's a pretty good deal. What rarity is that? Those were common and rare, so you don't get much points for those. If you burn them in Droppp Arcade. I wouldn't do that. I would not do that. Here's the two. This one's the rare. And cheapest on the market right now, 1,912 wax. For some reason, Atomic Hub is tripping and won't show what that conversion is. That's, let's say, $40? Is that right? They are not just like every other common and rare, but they are of that rarity. There would have been a lot more had they been claimed, but Walmart did not explain it to anyone. It wasn't on their website well, it wasn't in the receipts, nothing. You could have gone to the store, bought this, have it in your collection, and never knew anything about an NFT redemption. Arcade-wise, yes, their point conversion would be the same, yeah. Issue with Walmart Pop was it just wasn't that cool of a pop, so the NFT didn't give me enough incentive to buy. So at that time, BG Dub, did you know about the pop giving you an NFT if you purchased it? Yeah, originally there were 21,000 commons available and only 900 and something actually claimed. And that's where I always say that they should do the burn, like open and burn on packs for the drops when they burn them. I also think when something expires, in other words, you can't claim it anymore, all the remaining should be burned. So when we look at this, we could see number of burned, like it wouldn't say remaining 8715, it would say remaining like 0. Or like, yeah, because there are no more remaining. You can't claim it anymore. And it would show the burn over here in the template. There's no way to know that the burn shows 1. That's because one individual burned it. But all the ones that were unclaimed should be burned so that we know the true rarity of that NFT. I think it would really help the secondary market on it. Oh, look, it came up. It's $48 is the value, is the asking price on Wax. So I wouldn't do that on Wax. It was the same with Hot Wheels. Says Pop and Stock. There was a pack, an 8-pack. Very few were redeemed, and that pack was selling for more than the price of the toys at the end. Yes, I'm sure it was. There was a Jurassic Park redemption thing on Wax. Same thing. No one knew about it. Very few were redeemed. Jumps to Frog says, I wish the redemption coins that some of us forgot to redeem could be used in arcade. So they can't now. Could they in the future? Yes. One thing I keep saying, and this is just me guessing, just me speculating. Hey, Aaron, I missed your comment. I'm sorry. It says, I love you, bro. Keep up the great work. You're amazing. I'm going to hop back into Assassin's Creed Shadows now. Just wanted to say hi. That's sweet of him to come by. This leaderboard is going to change and over the months, and we're going to see a lot of activity. It's going to be interesting to see what it does to the market for sure. But then at the whole season, the Droppp team, Funko team, we're going to be watching. Again, this whole thing, and I'm not saying they're evil or it's just about the money. People make those comments all the time. They're a business, so this makes sense. They want to make as much money as they can off this deal. So what they have to do is they have to watch and they have to learn how people behave and what people do and what moves the needle. They've talked about these surprise giveaways. If they announced right now there was a surprise giveaway and everybody who burned at least 100 points today was eligible to win a proto, we'd watch that shoot through the roof, the activity. They could do that at any point during the season. Or they could run all of season 1, do very little extra, and then they could alter things. They could change the game in season 2 and season 3. Season 2, and they hinted at the fact that they could change the points in given seasons. Season 2 could be, hey, for season 2, we're playing the same game, but the point values have changed. Your coins are now worth less or worth more. This season, we're focusing on commons. All of a sudden, commons are worth more points. Would it make any sense? Not really. For us, but for them to help burn more commons, it absolutely would. It would change the game. And they could even go as far as, and I hope they do something like this, to say, not all projects will be eligible. Here's a list of 10 projects, and these are the only 10 that will be eligible for this season. So you only got My Little Pony Season 1, and DC Series 1, and Turtles Series 1. We're only doing those. I hope they do that. I think it would make the game far more exciting because you'll see those who were holding those are going to be winners. But it makes it kind of more of an even playing field for all those that haven't been collecting all the time. They can all chase after those on the secondary market, and it's, they all have the same chance. Nadu said, I feel if you do burn and get nothing in the end, you will really get discouraged because now you don't have an NFT collection. I mean, there are numerous warnings across the way. It was explained, written out. It's explained every time you burn or convert any. If you didn't follow and heed those warnings and understand the impact that it was going to have on your collection going to zero, that's on you. Sounds harsh. It is. You got to read and comprehend in this world. And if you don't do it, you're a part of the masses. I was hoping the seasons would correspond with the drops and split those up into seasons would make it even. Yeah, I would have liked that too, Punked. I think what this season 1 is all about is us learning the game and the parameters of the game. And then they can add more parameters if they want. There's also, you have to be careful. They have to be careful about not confusing people because it could get confusing real fast, right? But like, I love the fact that if you go to your wallet and you look at an NFT, if I selected, I go into arcade mode, let's see what happens when I select something that should not be eligible. Oh, look, I hit arcade mode. We jumped back. It's not even showing the most recent one. So you can't accidentally burn something you shouldn't. That's pretty interesting. But like Beetlejuice, should I be able to burn Beetlejuice right now? Have the coins been... Hold on. Beetlejuice redemption ends April 11th. So my understanding is they shouldn't have value until after April 11th. Is that right? Let's try clicking on. Says I can convert. So maybe it's just after snapshot they're eligible? I don't know. I thought it was after redemption ended. I could be wrong. Just after the snapshot, says Jasp. Okay, all right, so I misunderstood. I'm glad we're doing this. This is how we learn. I'm not burning that royalty. It's worth 500 points, but it's not worth it to me. But they've at least taken out, there's Toy Story. What happens if we look at Toy Story? Aha, there we go. So if it's not eligible, they don't even let you look at it, and there's no chance of you accidentally converting. That's good. That's really good. Yo, Dr. Crispy! We got a legend in the house. It's been a minute. What's up, Dr. Crispy? Miss you, bud. Hope you're doing well. Oh, yeah, they've been doing it all day, Nadu. They've been doing it slowly, revealing one at a time all day. We were talking about it earlier. Let's go back to the leaderboard. Dr. Crispy, have you been brushing up on your what's going on in the Droppp world? Are you familiar with Droppp Arcade? We've been talking about it for a while, and the day's finally here. People are burning and converting. Chucking a YouTube tutorial on what? Droppp Arcade? That may not hurt. Do you think it's worth burning one to try and get a prize today? OP Influence, I don't think it could hurt. I burned one just to kind of do it and see what it's about. I got 8 points, converted one item, one of my mini Discords I have. I don't think it could hurt. I mean, just know that one's gone from your collection forever. Those 8 points at the end of the season are going to go away they'll go away no matter what. But it's up to you to decide if you want to add a bunch more points and end up in the top 3 or try for it. You have 81,000 points available if I burn everything. Well, I wouldn't. My recommendation to everyone here, play around with it a little bit, get a few points if you think you want to. But I would say hold your NFTs until at least the last 48 hours of the season. So until this ticks down, in that what I'm highlighting on the far side there where it says time left, until that ticks down to the last 48 hours, I wouldn't make a move. Watch the value of your collection raise throughout the season. Like, I should take a snapshot. I should be doing all kinds of snapshots today. Yeah, let's look at that. I'm going to take a snapshot right now, and I'm going to put it in a folder. What's the value of my collection? Whoops. Right now, without me making any moves. I'll be buying more packs and stuff, but still. Let's take a screenshot of this. And I'm going to save that. I'm going to save that in a folder. We're going to make a Droppp Arcade folder. I already have one, and we're going to call this day 0, or no, launch day. Screenshots. And we're going to call this one, oh wait, that's the folder name. And we're going to call this one inventory value Sully. Because I think it'll be fun to look back at and see what that increases to. My guess is if I didn't add anything else, that the inventory value would probably go up to $7,500, if not $8,000 pretty easy. David Vu says, is there a blockchain API somewhere? Like I want to be able to write a script that would store my estimated inventory value in the database. So there is an API for Wax. Atomic Hub has one. I've been utilizing it for a little project I'm working on, but Droppp does not have one. For Droppp information, you'd have to do what's called scraping of the website, which is far more complex. I could be wrong, because I know we got like Pop and Stock and Jasper doing some fun stuff. I don't know how they're accessing the data they're getting. I haven't asked, I haven't bothered them, and they don't have to say anything here. But for what I needed to do, what I was trying to do with the project, I had to scrape the data from the Droppp website. Punk said, I picked one I don't really care about to see if I get a participation sticker. Nice. Yeah, David Vu, it's rough, especially because you're at the mercy of the website. If they change something, it's gonna make it real difficult on you. Totally. Caller, that's how I'm aware of both of these things. Actually, is using ChatGPT. You can't make an API, I don't think, with ChatGPT. I mean, you could probably, but it would always be beholden to scraping the data in the first place. What would be nice is if Droppp put one out. Ah, there we go. Pop and Stock says Droppp does have an API. It's not documented, but if you inspect your web page when browsing Droppp, you'll see the API call. Okay, interesting. Well, then, Pop and Stock, I might hit you up a little more information on that, because I have something I want to build for my streams, and so far it's been a real struggle but I think it would be fun to have, so I need to hit you up. Nothing to compete with your site. I would never do that. Nice. Jasp is seeing the same thing. Misty says, so Sully, I'm at available points 194,342. Is that good, bad, or average? I mean, the only way we could, I think, look at that is if we went to Pop and Stock's website and we used his tool he built here. This, where is it? Wait, didn't you have an arcade thing that tracked? Am I blind? It's not there anymore. There was some sort of arcade watch for how many points everybody had, so you could see. Okay, Pop and Stock. That's a smart move, I bet. Misty, I think it's probably average. We're just guessing based on the points that people have. But you can, if you go to the leaderboard, you can look at the people that are on here, and you can see it says here. Season 1 score for this red carpet.dp and how many available points they have left. So that person had 125,000 points in total. Let's click on 10th. They had 35,000 total. They've already burnt through their whole collection. There's 26,800. They burnt through most of their collection. There's 38,000. I'm just doing a quick little glance at these. 23,000. But this, whoever's in first here, these two, behemoths, look at this. Available points still 328,000 against the 115 they've already converted. And retry. Retry just took a surge, but probably won't be able to hold that. This Pipley seems to be in good position to stay in that top few positions. We don't know for sure. We don't have a list of everybody's points that I know of. What is an API? An API, the way I understand it, is when somebody builds a website or a program, they can add little hooks of information that they output. And so if you're a program writer or a developer or something, you can write a different program that will grab those hooks, those pieces of information, and pull them into your program. So like when I was building my tracker for my Nerd Unite NFTs, it uses, it looks for an API so it can get information about all of my NFTs. Instead of having to go and look for all the information one bit by one bit from the website, it just uses the API to get that information. Dark Lyco, am I out of the top 333 yet? I had to step away. Chances are good, yeah. Chuck said the Avengers Doomsday cast is ridiculous and still more announcements are coming. I love it. Pugwash! Sully, something you need to consider is people might have more than one account. Absolutely. We've talked about that in the previous weeks. That is absolutely possible as well. Yeah. I think it goes against the spirit of the game. I wish they didn't. They can't stop them. The Droppp team can't stop them because you could have 2 accounts in one household, and that's perfectly fair. You and your wife could be collecting. I feel like anybody who's doing that, they have a moral decision to make. And ultimately, they're not going to care. They're just going to do whatever they want. But I think it goes against the spirit of the game. I don't think you should be doing that. If you had all your stuff in one account before, you should be playing off that one account and allowing other people to get in, not trying to grab them all. It's the equivalent of showing up at the store at Hot Topic the day a new exclusive comes out and grabbing them all and letting everybody behind you in line not get them. I think it's crap. But, you know, it's up to them. OP Influencers said, how do you get NFTs from Wax to Droppp? I just tried to transfer one to my Droppp address and it didn't show up. It probably will. It just takes some time, OP Influencer. You literally just have to select the NFT and then say transfer over to... Do I have any to transfer? Let's see if I have any Funko ones that I haven't transferred yet. I bought some yesterday, but I think I transferred them all. But you literally would just select the NFT in Atomic Hub. It would be transfer. You put in your Wax address or your DP address like this, and then hit send transfer. It's going to take time for it to show up in Droppp, maybe 2 to 5 minutes, depending on what's going on in the blockchain. You just have to be patient. That part's kind of frustrating, but it is what it is. It's not going to change. It's kind of frustrating when you're building royalty sets and you're trying to make a bunch of quick moves. Yo, Dirac, thank you, Dirac, thank you for coming back by and subscribing in Tier 1. I appreciate you. It looks like a lot of people have burned just one common. I think people are just intrigued enough to go, should I? What should I do? Should I just try to get that participation ribbon? McDee's in 438th. I just converted a coin to get the participation sticker. You went after a coin and did it? bold move, Cotton. Could have done a common. No, we don't know what the participation level even is. I don't know if there's a minimum. They haven't stated it, so I would assume anyone who burns is eligible. I have 5 accounts, 1,000 points in each one. Why? That's interesting. Why would you do that? I'm not making fun. I'm curious. Droppp, you're very welcome. Thank you. Jumps to Frog, question. All Funko NFTs can be transferred to Droppp, right? Yes. Everything that's a Funko NFT that's in your Wax account can go to Droppp, but not everything in your Droppp account that's an NFT, Funko NFT, could go to Wax. You've got the Droppp exclusives that can't be transferred. But even the stuff that predates Droppp, yes, Jumps to Frog. They've added them all in. If you want to verify that before you transfer anything, you could go to the radar and you could scroll down the left-hand side. And if you go back, you'll see going all the way back to like promo packs and stuff. They're all like, here's the Digital Pop promo packs they gave away before they ever even sold a Droppp. They're down here. But I think every single thing is over here now, so you can transfer it over. I can't believe these still have some value after all this time. $343 for one of these, $398 for one of these. That's the lowest asking price. There are going to be like 50 cast members for Avengers Doomsday. Yeah, they're trying to make it the next Endgame. Oh, hear the revenge. Dang you. Wasted my time. I still have all of my Big Boy and TMNT ones in my Wax account that I need to transfer. Get them over there. I think long term, you want to have them in Droppp, not in Wax. It's going to be... You could still list stuff in Wax if you want, but for me, I finally moved everything over. The only thing I keep in Wax is if it's a duplicate that I think might sell for more over on Wax, or not even a duplicate, just anything I think may sell for more on Wax, I transfer it over there and list it. Occasionally, I'll find some real big differences on Pop and Stock's website between what something's going for on Droppp versus on Wax. I'll transfer it over and try and sell it there. I would not have any in my Wax wall. Why pay for the storage? There you go, that too. Professor Josh, as the season 1 goes on, you will have other drops added to those you can convert as snapshots or take it. Yes, that is correct, and a good thing to think about. Some of the drops that happened a month ago will eventually be eligible to be in the season. We just have to wait until they go to snapshot. So you could look at, basically you could go to the diamond and you could scroll down and you could pick anything that, as long as the snapshot is prior to June 16th, is it? 19th? Whatever the day of that is. So Toy Story won't ever count in this season, but Dark Valentine, Adventure Time, Festival of Fun, Always Sunny will count this season. There you go. Hear the Revenge confirming, without sarcasm, Toy Story is cut off. David Vu explains further what an API is. So when we write programs, we hide direct access to data. API provides a hook to get that data we are willing to expose. Oh, that's a much better way of writing it. Thank you. Thank you for that. Another way of thinking of an API is a set of coding type things like functions to access the information some other person or program has. I like it. Yeah, Cutie Beck, you have to have RAM. The more stuff you have, the more things you're listing for sale, stuff like that, you have to have RAM. So you are paying for storage. And when you don't stake for RAM, you purchase RAM. So once you buy it, you don't get it back. Whereas you do stake for CPU and net. It's very confusing. I've thought all along that's like one of the weirdest things to still require on Wax, because for the average user, it's like, huh, what? Like when we first ran into it, I'm like, why do I have to worry about this? But if you get somebody that's a much bigger player in there, they gotta pay to play. So you can sell RAM back. I think I saw something about that one time, but I've never tried it. So I stand corrected. It's like staking, but it's not exactly staking. There you go. I've never tried it. I don't know if has anyone actually done it? This made my brain liquefy. Oh man, we lost Boba James. He can still type. You did hear the revenge? Nice. Night Bodega says, at approximately what time will we see our Nerds Unite logo on the Doomsday announcement? Are you the last chair we'll see? You are an NFT hero. Oh, wow. Wow, Manny, you're too sweet. Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think we're going to see that today. Oh, what was the first big surprise, Chuck? Hold on. Should we look together? Does anybody want to know? Where's the Marvel announces Doomsday? Oh, that is a surprise. Oh, nice. That's so cool, man. That is so cool. Wow. Do y'all think this is an actual camera, or is this like a AI, like a program somebody wrote and made the image? Look at the chairs, the number of chairs. This reminds me of San Diego Comic-Con around 2015. It was the year before X-Men Days of Future Past came out, and me and my buddy Steve, who ran Nerd Foo, were sitting in the crowd in Hall H. We spent our entire weekend in Hall H that weekend. And in the middle of the day on Saturday's the biggest day by far because Marvel's usually in the evening. But during the day, you would have like Fox would be there, right? And they, between panels, some panels they would tell you exactly what they're going to be, and others it was just like, you'll see when you find out, when we tell you. So we're sitting there in between these panels, and I think Fox is the next one up. Hugh Jackman had just been out for, which one was it? I think it was the one of the Wolverine movies, the one where he went up against the guy in the big mech suit. The guy built the mech suit with adamantium or whatever. Anyway, it was set in Japan. In the next panel, they went up on stage and they removed the little bit that they had up there, and they brought in these big tables and they started bringing in chairs. Wolverine Origins, that's it. Thank you, Callie. They brought in chair after chair after chair. I think there were a total of like 22 or 24 chairs. Never seen anything like that in Hall H before. And me and Steve were sitting there like, what the hell could it be? Like, who has this many freaking chairs? And we were putting together, doing the math in our head, the whole Charlie from Always Sunny thing. And we're like, wait a minute, X-Men. And sure enough, it was X-Men Days of Future Past. And it had every single cast member from just telling you, all levels of stardom from top to bottom, 22 to 24 of the biggest names ever. Let's see. Oh, there's got to be a good photo somewhere. X-Men Days of Future Past Hall H SDCC. It was unreal. No way, popping stock. Ugh, yuck. Somebody burned a 101. Moronic. This isn't even everyone. They couldn't get the whole shot in there. But here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So maybe I'm exaggerating on the number. I think it may have been more like 15. But there was also a shot of, here's everybody that was up on the panel. Unfreaking believable. It was so cool. Oh, you guys can't see crap. I don't have the right camera on. Here's the shot of them backstage. Here is them on stage, but that didn't even show them all. I think there's still a few more chairs there because otherwise you'd see the little podium speaker over here. It was amazing. In fact, if I remember, Patrick Stewart was dead center in the group, so I think it goes that way. It may have been like 18. It was crazy. It was one of the coolest events and moments of my life in Hall H, hands down. All right, let's get back to it. Somebody burned a 101, so they should be up at the top, right? 100,000 points get you real near the top. You said you saw that in Discord? I'm looking to see a 100,000 point bump somewhere. There's a 13,000 point bump. $14,000 points. 21,000 points. I don't see it in there, but that didn't. Oh. 1 of 1 converted. They made that stand out against all the others. Chris.dp burned a max token head 1 of 1. That really hurts. I can't believe they did it. Hold on. We need another screenshot. Ouch. I can't. Why? Maybe that one probably wouldn't fetch much money, so maybe that's why, but still, yikes. Drop Arcade, launch day screenshots. Chris burns a 1 of 1. Yikes. Yeah, I don't know Chris.dp, but let's see where it put him. If we do a refresh here, did Chris.dp, look at that. That's the only one they burnt, and it put him in 5th. How funny that they're in place 5. Chris.dp still has 88,000 available points. But man, I would have given them some good money for that probably. There's no way that the physical will sell for as much as a single. Exactly what I say all the time, Dr. Crispy. Exactly what I've been saying. Keynote speaker at ChrisCon. Not anymore. I hope he misses the 333. I'll cheer the revenge. Just burned $400 to be 5th. Oh, Poppin' Stock puts it into... Should we start a meme? I'll share that image out. No, that'd be mean. Boba James, there are some people that are collecting a lot of one-on-ones. We found that the other day. I was doing some research. Personally, I think even if no one is currently buying them, I think the future potential of one-on-ones is too large to be throwing it away for this. I can look up averages later. Wait, somebody asked Jasp a specific question. Can I say? Oh, Misty asked Jasp a specific question. How much should I list my #1 pack for? Range works. And he says about 3x, so 3 times what the value of them currently is on the market. Here the Wrench says, I'll restate my prediction. 100,000 points won't be enough for the 333. Someone will burn 1 million in points. I feel like somebody will get to 1 million, but 100,000, I don't know. Could or couldn't be enough to get in the 333. I've been saying I think it'll be 200 or 300,000, so I guess I agree with you. Something later is nothing for something now. I disagree. I tell you an exact example why that is wrong. Do you know one of the things that super rich people, and I won't name any names because it'll set some people off in here, super rich people who have a bunch of stock in their own company will leverage that for loans. So that's the something future is their stock. They will leverage that for loans to get money to live off of that they do not have to pay taxes on. So they save more money and then they pay that back over time. It's a very smart business move. I don't think it's fair. I don't think people should be able to do that, but they do. Zach Bonifer says, if it shows how many points you have left, then why would you burn any until the end? Zach Bonifer, that's a great question. I don't know what the incentive to burn now is. Talking with Aaron, who was watching over on Twitter, he went in heavy and ended up in the top 3 there for a while, or 5. I forget exactly where he was. And his theory is, hey, I'm getting in there. I just want to get in there now. I still got moves to make that I know of. I got money on waiting. I'm going to make moves in the future. I personally, I got to have more data. I'm holding on to my stuff. I'm going to wait till we get to the last few days, and I'm going to look at my value and go, okay, look, the value of my collection has gone up $1,000. Do I think leveraging that and converting to points is worth the $1,000 difference? Because future seasons could increase it even more fold. I think it would make more sense to wait and see that first pop hit eBay or Mercari and see if I can snatch it up for a few $100. I really love this new platform you're using. Great style. Oh yeah, Meld, the studio, the OBS replacement. Thank you. I love it too. Chuck said another one? There's another one? It didn't update. It's supposed to be live. Oh, man, this is going to be huge. Professor X is back. Oh, dope. Or alternate, different character. Who knows? Man, this cast is going to be, that's unreal. It's already unreal. Who knew we'd have Droppp Arcade and a big Doomsday announcement all at once? Dr. Crispy said, I don't think that's correct. If 333 people burn 100,000 in points, those people will also want the prizes from future sets. So I don't think 333 people are that bad at math. Dr. Crispy, I disagree. I think there are a lot of people that are very bad at math. Yeah, that's huge. My collection's value went up $350 since the beginning of Arcade 1 hour ago. Ooh, let's see if mine's changed. Again, I'm not doing this to flex. I'm doing it for data. I took a screenshot. Now it's 6626. What was it earlier? This will be a really fun screenshot to look back at in 3 months. Oh, what? Where did it go? I saved it, I thought. Oh, here we go. It just didn't go in the folder. Was it 6603? So I just made 20 bucks in the last 20 minutes. $1 a minute return. Pretty good. I will take that. I will definitely take that. Since, Nate D, you were assuming the points won't be valuable during the season. No, I don't think I'm making that assumption. No, they definitely can be valuable if you land in the top 333. But also, there was that little bit of a line item description in the Droppp arcade. Maybe this is what you're alluding to, Nate. Is this line right here? Mind your rank along with the prize wall. There will be surprises along the way. So maybe that's what you're hinting at. There could be mid-season surprises for those who maybe have done any conversions or gotten X amount of points or within X amount of the rank on the leaderboard. What could the surprises be? Are they good enough where it's worth it to burn stuff early and in hope that you'll win something? Will they tell us in advance, or will it literally be a surprise? We don't know. So maybe you might be right. You might be right. Since Droppp of Arcade estimated inventory value up 20 USDC, about same for you. Okay. Since they first announced it and gave us like the points that each rarity be worth, I'm up like $700 or $800. It's been significant. Can I make more money if I had $200 than if I get $400 to $500 at an unknown time? Yes, you could. Absolutely. Or you could lose money. Could go either way. He's playing Picard. All right, Dr. Crispy. What a crossover. Nobody saw it coming. And Kelsey Grammer's in it. Maybe he's just Frasier. We don't know. I like it shows the score of 333 on season stat. Oh, yeah. This your minimum to be in the top 333 right now would be 1,840 points. Imagine what that looks like again at the end of the 3 months. That's going to be dope. 99% of people are good at math, but bad at making the right decisions. I don't think 99% of people are good at math. No, I think you're wrong there. Here, the Revenge says his value of his collection went up 300. I'm assuming that's what you meant. My 8 points have me in 700th place. Is Here the Revenge. Wait, where did my 8 have me? 672. Oh, that's cool. Look at the little window. I'm just above Pop Fanboy there. That's Tanner. Hey, Tanner, look at us. But that's so cool that like you can see a little zoom in on where you're at. How many places away from 333 am I? How many available points? There's the timer again. So no matter what you're doing within Droppp, you can always hover over that little thing to see stats. That's really cool. I like that. That's a nice call out. And I love that art design of the green neon behind it. I think it looks so cool. As a math person, 99% of people do not know math 100% of the time. There you go, Chuck. I'm more on your side. Dr. Crispy says, on the high end, how much would an LE Freddy Funko of 300 pieces go for? Droppp Monster isn't a huge IP Freddy either. My guess is, especially since they announced that Season 2 and Season 3 are paint variants of Season 1, and that seems to just really anger your fans, my guess is it's $300 when it hits eBay and Mercari. Could go as high as $500, but I'm thinking around $300. Y'all, what do y'all think? Am I way off? Am I about right? Ultimately, I'd rather spend the $300 to buy it if I really want to have it than to waste all my NFTs, burning them, and when I think there's going to be far more value down the road. Seems like the best bet for someone with enough money to burn 100,000 plus points each season would be to just buy the physical. There you go. Yo, Funko Fan 34. It's very interesting. It's very interesting. We've had some people go in early and burn big. We already have almost 8.5 million points. Let me refresh. Over 10 million points have already been converted, and that's within the first hour. So in 1 hour in, and you would need a minimum of 2,663 points to break into the top 333 right now. But that does not guarantee you get to keep that spot. It's changing quickly. The names of the top 3, 1 and 3 have been there for a while. This number 2, I don't know if they've been here. But it's really interesting to see all the data that we can look at and collect and help make determinations on. And it's interesting to see, like, let's go back over here to somebody bought the cheapest NFT on the whole market on Wax. It was 0.83 Wax. If we refresh, I'm interested to see people making a lot of moves here. Not a lot happening. Not a lot happening right now. But we'll see how many of these might sell on people that are like, you know what, I need to stock up for what down the road. They could be buying on Droppp Marketplace, which you don't get as much bang for your buck there if you're buying the smaller ones, the commons, the uncommons. I don't know what it looks like for epics and on up. That you may do much better with your money buying those right now. I haven't done the math in a while. Here the Revenge thinks 250. Dr. Crispy says, so 100,000 points seems more valuable than $300 for show. McD says they'll think it'll settle for under 200. I would love that, personally, because I would like to have it in my collection. Jumps to Frog says, I agree. I can't burn my whole collection. I'll probably buy the pop later. Now, how many... Okay, wait a minute. How many people are saying that right now? If even 200 people are saying that, we got a problem. Because of the 333 that get the pop, how many are going to keep it and how many are going to sell it? And are they willing to sell it for below $300 given what they gave up for it? We got a real decision for everybody there. That's a tough selling point. Is the Freddie Valentine's drop valued more since it was purchased a different way? It was more valuable right after the packs first came out. It has been in decline and kind of leveled out. You could buy a premium pack for $73 or $74 the other day. I'm surprised at how much it dropped, honestly, given how exclusive it is. But it definitely has dropped. It gets the same amount of points in the system in Droppp Arcade if you convert. All the Droppp Arcade cares about, hey Shep, thanks for the resub. Appreciate you. Prime, 32 months. What's up? Thank you, Shep. Sorry, I'm not hearing all the sounds, so I can't react. And I guess you guys aren't either, because for some reason, this is interesting. Twitch Alert's audio is turning itself down. It did it again. I got to figure out why that is. Like when I fire up the system, it just automatically puts it back to 0. So you guys aren't hearing it either. I'm so sorry. There's going to be so many people burn their entire collection for nothing. I agree. And, you know, I feel bad for them, but I also thank them. Thank them for their sacrifice, because it's just going to help my collection become more valuable and give it more power in future seasons. If they want to do it, it's on them. McD says royalty going for $100 right now. The Valentine one? Yeah, that seems about right. And that's way too low in my opinion for what it is. I mean, honestly, if you look at, to jump out here for just a second, if we look at Pop and Stock's website, let's see how many royalties have been completed. I don't think it's many. Look at that. 470 completed. Right now, over 110, it says. It had gotten as low as 95. Hopefully, this just continues to go up. I did complete my royalty. I think that's very rare at 470 pieces. I don't know how many more will be completed. That's pretty crazy. Junior says, I made that mistake a week ago in another burn event. Sully said it best. Don't burn them until 2 days left or less if you have a chance. You know, for years I've watched as different companies have tried different things, and games have come out, and I always have admired the people that like really figure it out and go, oh, it'll play out like this, and they're right. And so I've been trying my best to look at it and go, how will this play out? Where will we land? What makes the most sense? Instead of just rushing in. Trying to be the smart one in the room, but often I fail at that too. I would bet it initial prices on the pop around 1,000, then a race to about 400 to make money back. I think it'll start high and go lower. I think you're right. It's just, of us 200 that we already pinpointed that are like, I'm going to wait and buy it, how much are we really willing to spend? And how much are the people who gave up so much to get the pop really willing to go down to make that money back? And we got to find where's that happy medium, you know? Jumps to Frog says the NFT market has a lot of flippers. I think there'll be some pops available, crazy expensive at release, but hopefully will come down later. Yeah. Criminally low, in my opinion. Talking about Valentine's royalty, I agree. Any tips you can share if you've not explained recently? I mean, Funko Fan 35, I think the big thing here is don't make moves now. Maybe burn or convert, as they say, one NFT just to get yourself on the board, because they are giving away like a participation NFT, which will be cool. If only a couple thousand people go in, there'll only be a couple thousand of them. That's more rare than a lot of the commons. They've noted that they will be doing some surprise giveaways along the way. So if all you have to do is be on the board, where's that audio? Hold on. Where's that coming from? I'm not playing anything that should have that audio. This is creepy as hell. Where was that coming from? I really don't know what caused it. That was really weird. Huh. Anyway, I hope I'm not haunted. Yeah, I don't think make any moves. I think you hold on, maybe just get on the board, see if you can win some prizes. If they come along and go, hey, if you've earned at least 500 points, you're eligible for this surprise giveaway. Well, then maybe you go to 500 points. Got to figure out what the thing is. But there's no reason to rush in right now that they've stated. If there's a surprise giveaway or something, well, it was a surprise. We wouldn't have known. But otherwise, and again, no offense, because we got Aaron was watching on Twitter and some other people that might be here that have already gone in heavy and have burned 253,000 points. I don't know why. 261 now. Retry is just like, I'm going to be in first and I'm going to hold it. I don't think you are. I think there's some real whales out there that are sitting back watching just like me that are like, nope, not yet. Not yet. Hold. Here the Revenge says, I did the math yesterday. Given how many epics are out there, there should be about 600 to 670 completed, but that's just going off other previous drops and royalties. I mean, there are all the components to complete 6 to 670, but that doesn't mean they all come together in the right wallets, right? Some people who got those packs don't understand what they're doing because they're new to all this. They may not be selling. They may be wanting to complete a royalty set, but they really don't know how. They may not have USDC, etc., etc., etc. Maybe that's part of your math. I don't know. If everybody's waiting to burn, it will be boring. It's nice to have people going hard right from oh, I know. I agree with you, Papa. So I like seeing it. I don't understand why they're doing it, but I like seeing it. I think if Droppp wants to make a real impact, and look, if they're smart, and they're smart guys. I've talked to them. A few of them. If they're smart, they take the first few days to watch and see, is the system performing? Are we getting any errors or problems stated by anybody? And then either a few days or I think more like a few weeks, they'll come in and go, okay, we've got the first surprise this week. If you meet this criteria, you'll be eligible to win this. And if they're really smart, because this is a huge potential moneymaker for them, if they're really smart, they talked to the team at HQ and they said, we need some fire to give away. Y'all aren't really doing a whole lot of giveaways anymore. Give us some protos. Give us some, not extra NFT pops. That would be the end of everything. They don't exist. That's not a thing. Wipe it from our brains. Protos. We got some Droppp swag, like some cool stuff, like some hoodies or whatever. We got a bunch of prizes that we're going to give away, and all you had to do is burn at least 1,000 points, and you're eligible to win. We'll be announcing a winner every day. We'll be doing, they could do all kinds of fun stuff. But is there the bandwidth? Is there the money? Do they see the potential in that? I don't know. But they need to incentivize people to move. Yeah, Funko Fan 34. The coins, which I told people when they were before Droppp Arcade was fully explained, I was like, the coins aren't necessarily the end all be all. They weren't, but they were worth way more points than I thought they would be. So people who went after coins. No, Nostalgia Corp. Why am I not keeping this window closer? Ian McKellen and Patrick Stewart. We're getting a full-blown X-Men Avengers fight, team up, all the above. I don't know. Insane. Hold for 83 days and 10 hours. Oof. Could happen. Okay, Here the Revenge did do the math. There will be about 1,200 of one epic that actually went out, that was claimed. So about 50% of them completed. That's probably accurate. Yeah, that sounds good. You did the right math. Somebody on Twitter admitted to burning their whole account and sitting at rank 16. Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure there's going to be people. Yeah. Exactly, Nadu. Like the NFT proto molds. I wouldn't burn them, Funko fan. I'd hold them. Pickle Rick, that was you? Pickle Rick, what was the thought process there? This is an interview, not a burning, we're not making fun. What was your thought process? You were just like, forget it, I'm going all in, see what happens? I gotta recalibrate. That's great. But DHV is very different. So I'm thinking, oh, that's Dark Hearts. I'm thinking 550, but the math say about 640. I can't wait to see if you're right. Dope, Nadu. See, if they did go that route, I hope they keep it a secret. I hope we don't get those reveals. I just woke up and yeah, go all in, set it and forget it. Okay, all right. I hope you end up in the top 333. That would be dope. But if you don't, all those NFTs are gone. Oh, Chuck, that would be the worst. If you went all, like Pickle Rick, you went all in, you got to at least set a reminder and log back in on the final day and see where you're at. Because what if you are at 340 on the final day and the final hours? Pickle Rick, thank you for that sub. Appreciate you. What do you had total? I can't see it now here. I pushed it over to the side. I can't see it at all. What? Come on now. It just cut off the number of months. But thank you for the resub, Pickle Rick. I gotta fix that screen so I can actually read these things. Appreciate you, brother. Yeah, you gotta log in on the last day. Set a reminder of something. I'm gonna be streaming that last day in the final hours. That's the plan right now. I want to stay around 250-ish. I think that's pretty smart, Professor Josh. But again, you don't need to worry about that until the last couple days. Anything could get upset in the final minutes. Anything. Even if you knew, okay, I see there are 50 people that could still burn 100,000 points. There could be 25 people who have a ton of money who are like, I'm going to make a move, and they buy the stuff they need to make that last minute push to push you out. There's no guarantees. Movie Man is currently 254. There you are. Take a screenshot. Enjoy that. Now they're just going to buy more on the market to burn just to keep their anxiety down. Sounds like a solid strategy. It's a great strategy as far as those of us who on the receiving end, those of us who are going to be able to sell stuff when they need it. It works great for us. If Pickle Rick is 340 at the end, we'd have to send them some NFTs to burn to make the cut line. Maybe. Nadu, it's like ECCCCCC, but it's the 333. 334 and down on the list will be like, oh well, they were just gifts, but crying on the inside. Yeah, if they say that just gifts or just JPEGs or whatever, ugh, I hate that with a passion. Jasmine, so you were talking about it earlier, but the what can I convert section does specifically say post-redemption digital pop collection, which I guess is a mistake. See, that's what I thought I read. So I thought it meant the redemption period had to close fully, which means coins were already turned in and or no longer valid in order for you to convert to points. Yeah, I don't know. Was it a mistake, or, you know, here's the thing too, for anybody that hears me complain about this week in and week out. They use interesting wording, which I wouldn't use in some places on the website. And I wish they would change this. If we go to drops and we look down on any one of these, all the way down here, they say you have pack day, pack drop day, then you have redemption is open. which I think should say snapshot. And then underneath, it could say redemption is open because people know what snapshot is, and I don't think this means as much. And then this redemption is closed. But the wording you quoted was post redemption. So technically, this is redemption, the snapshot day, by their wording. But it's very confusing. I would have thought they meant post this date, but that clearly isn't what they meant. Can you convert monsters to points? I do not believe so. If you want to know what anything is eligible or not, a couple of approaches you could take. One, you could go to the arcade and actually, I'm sorry, this sounded like I was being an ass. You could read, and it says down here, drop monsters are not eligible to convert. Or you could try to convert it by going to the conversion area, or actually just go to your wallet, find your drop monsters. They're going to be way down there. Drop Monster Series 1. And then if you hit arcade mode, look at that. Because I'm in Drop Monsters, and I've got it selected over here, you can see it. It says there's 0 arcade items in this collection. So you know you can't convert it. I think that's probably the best way, because we had a debate on the whole redemption thing. And specifically, I think Beetlejuice should not have been eligible based on their original description of everything. But if you look at Beetlejuice now, these can clearly be converted for points. I get 500 points for that right now. I just can't do it. These have not only, I think, huge potential for value in the future, but also sentimental value. I love this process and this last few years of collecting and adding these to my collection, and I love watching the value of my collection and the quantity I have go up. I mean, it's... Let's look at the estimated value. Yep, still climbing. Another 20 bucks up. 66.45 now. I hope so, Nadu. I did it for the fun of it. YOLO, fam. There you go. Pickle Rig just owns it. I love that. I'm for sure keeping the stuff I have physicals of. So you see again, when I ask these questions and stuff, I'm not trying to make fun of anybody. I just want to understand the way people think. Yo, what's up, Well Stan? How are you, baby? So you see a correlation, Hear the Revenge, between your physical pops and the NFTs that got you those physical pops. So if you have a grail of something, you absolutely don't want to get rid of the grail NFT that you have to go with it. That's interesting. I would never thought of it like that. I bought a bunch of grails that I never got the actual physical for. I bought them afterwards, and to me they don't link. But that's interesting. I wonder how many other people feel that way. You feel there's a correlation between your physical pops that you got and the digital pops, the redeemables that got you those pops? Well, Dan, all good, mate. Looking forward to seeing the arcade. I mean, look, a lot of people have been making fun of this going, well, where's the arcade? Why is it called arcade? They're expecting a game. There is no game. The game is not a side shooter or a defender or anything like that. It is literally the game of what NFTs do I convert, if I convert them, how many points do I acquire, and do I end up on the leaderboard. There it is again. Another weird noise. Where's it coming from? I think I have everything muted. Sounds like a video game. I don't get it. I have no idea where that's coming from. So weird. Maybe it's Judy. It's a strategy game like Risk. Yeah, exactly. There you go. Jumps to Frog says, sadly, my NFTs are like the rest of my collections. I only acquire and never sell. It's called hoarding, and I got it bad. Well, technically, to play in this game, you don't sell. You just burn. So, but I hear you. I want my RS to stay intact in the NFT world. RS? Sorry, I don't follow. I like the show only duplicates option in inventory if you just keep one of everything. Yeah, that's nice. Hear the Revenge. I bought the Elf physicals this past holiday season and ended up getting the cards, the Grail, Buddy, Legendary, and Royalty. Nice. I think Droppp for not making it like a video game. Otherwise, I'd be spending so much hours. Yeah, I mean, I've been really enjoying what Broken Dolls has created on the Wax blockchain. I don't know if you guys have played his games. He had the snake on Wax, and then he had the one that's like Defender. I've been really enjoying playing those. I hold the high score in both right now. That is a brag. Come at me, bro. Hold my beer. But I've been really enjoyed that. And there was a day, I don't know if I should say this or not, where I was logging on to play his most recent game, the Defender one, and there was some stuff showing that showed NFTs for spaceships and special abilities and stuff, and then it went away. Like, I think he's building that into a game where you can actually tie in NFTs, and I can't wait. I'm so excited. It's the Doomsday reveal? Oh! Ooh, Alan Cumming. That makes more sense now. So each time we hear that noise, we know that we need to go back and look at the tab. Alan Cumming. I know that name too. Is that the guy from Deadpool Wolverine that... Oh, no, him. Was he in the MC? Oh, he was in X2. What was he in X2? I gotta go back and rewatch. Every time one of these big announcements happens, I want to go back and rewatch the whole MCU. And during COVID, I did. But it's too big of a task now. Oh, royalty set. Duh. That makes sense. He was Nightcrawler. Nice. Yes, I see it now. I can see it in my head. Can't wait to get Anchor linked to those. Like your Anchor wallet. I would hold your beer, but Marvel has that covered. Oh, boy. They're seriously bringing back all the Fox X-Men. No, right? This is going to have an impact on Pops. Because you've got some of those older Pops, especially like the first one that comes to mind for me is Flocked Beast. But also Loki. Loki's had a good run, period. So those have stayed a little higher. But I just finished my MCU rewatch, TV and movies. It was a lot. Wow. So fun, though. Seems like they were on the X-Men lineup of the... Absolutely. Yeah. This is fun. Let's do a refresh and see where we're at. Nearly 885 people have participated now. We're almost at 900. Over 12 million points converted. Time left has not ticked down quicker than we expected. Now you need a minimum of 3,700 points, 3,739 to make it in the top 333. I am now, my rank keeps moving down. I like how there's a line through the trophy, like, hey, loser, you're at 825. Step it up. That's too good. We should do a giveaway. Let's do a giveaway. We'll do a Twitchy Tides game, and I'm going to give away for first and fifth. I'm going to give you guys, because if you didn't notice, I got a little banner right here for my blends. There is... in Nerds Unite, and I could drop a link. Actually, it comes up in the chat every so often, and it's pinned. But I did the free NU Arcade logo themed off of Droppp Arcade that I gave away a couple weeks ago, and there's still some blends left that include some one-of-ones. So before I give out these free NFTs, it's going to let some people do some blends. Don't forget to come in here and do this blend if you want to try to snag those one-of-ones. You now have a 1 in 23.5 chance of scoring a one-of-one. Not bad. Not bad. And there's still 17 of Hoot in the cosplay as Hoot Flynn, or Flynn, if you want to pronounce it that way, like from Tron. Let me bring up Twitchy Tides, and we'll play a game, and we'll give away prizes to first and fifth. I'm going to give you both pieces you need to perform a blend. The Hoot 2.0 and the NU Arcade NFT. Oh, man, Chuck, that'll be so dope. I hope they do it. I hope they do it. It'll blow up the internet. That and Chris Evans. Right, Nadu? Well, I learned some things from it, so that makes sense. Okay, exclamation point play. Even if you don't participate in Twitchy Ties, like you don't go on the website, you don't have a tank, you don't have fish staked, it doesn't matter. You can still jump in here and play by typing in exclamation point play and then your Wax Wallet ID. For those of you who play the game regularly, of course, don't need to put in your Wax Wallet ID. But everybody will get a fish allocated to them, even the folks who don't play Twitchy Tides normally. And then there will be like a battle of the fish in a tank to get down to the last 5, and then first and fifth are going to get prizes. If you have a codename Kitty Fish in your team and you enable it for this one and you get first place, you're going to get a 25 million Woof bonus for using codename Kitty, courtesy of Woof. So make sure you enable your codename Kitty. Make sure that's the one you put the number in for. There you go, Misty. Misty knows how to do it. Get your kitties in. I like that, Boba James. I had to steal that. Get those kitties in. All right, I'm going to give you guys a timer for 1 minute. Give me a timer for 1 minute. Yeah, Hear the Revenge. The floor has been jumping up on those. But I think you got to be careful if you're looking to make a move and do the math for how much you paying per point, essentially. And I bet you'll find out that you'll get more bang for your buck down on commons and uncommons than you will in buying coins. But people aren't willing to do that math. At least that's the way it was a week or two ago whenever I was buying a lot of rares because that was the overlooked one. I bought 1,000 rares because people had overlooked it. A lot of points in the rares. I don't know if that's still the case, but do the math. How much are you paying? How many points do you get? That makes that conversion real easy. Now they aren't, yeah, like I said, I haven't done the math. I'm just saying, do the math before you make decisions. It takes 2 minutes to do the math. Yeah, it's pretty easy. It's pretty easy. And it's going to fluctuate. It's going to change. Sometimes rares are going to be better. Sometimes coins will be better. Sometimes, never times are the one-on-ones a better option. Never times. That's just silly. That's just stupid. Okay. Timer's up. Here we go. We're going to go in on this game. Let me get the audio queued up. We're going in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Best of luck, everybody. Don't forget to use your abilities. RIP LCR949. Rip Looker. I did that math with series coins and legendary cards. The legends were $1 to $1.50, and coins were 50 cents to 70 cents. Way skewed. Yeah, because people don't do the math. Yeah, exactly. Ooh, I see the results of a nice blend in there. 2 days left on my breed that I'm very excited about in the game coming out. Some changes recently announced, and if you guys are paying attention, a couple of new collaboration drops. Welsh Dan has one. We'll have to look at that here on stream. You guys should jump in on that. I think you only have to spend like 21 bucks on this one to get 3 versions of the fish and be eligible for a nice drop. Oh, I just got knocked out. My kitty's gone. And don't forget about Twitchy Tides TV. We spent a bunch of time yesterday going over the potential prizes you could pull by just keeping Twitchy Tides TV open. I've had a real good run the last couple days with some good fish, lots of food coming out of the game. Don't forget about that. It's easy to overlook and go, oh, well, all I ever dig is holes. I'm not going to get anything. Well, more you dig, more chances you have of not getting a hole. 21. So it is 21 NFTs. Yeah, that's not bad. You'll get 4 NFTs of varying rarity out of that 21 bucks, and the bonus one that's going to drop later, not many of those will probably go out. I think it's a good move. I'm going to do it. Matter of fact, I might do it today. I was kind of waiting on the value of wax to go up within this window, hoping it would go up because it's been rock bottom here lately, very low. All right, we still have 1 codename Kitty. That's it. Out of 9 people left, make that 8. Spawn 2020 just got knocked out. That was a dope fish you had. No! Falconer was our last codename Kitty. Already out. No chance at a 25 million wolf bonus. We're down to 6. The next person knocked out is 6. That leaves the person after that as getting the first combo. Tarjaran Puma knocked out. Then Junior since 82. I think you're my first winner in 5th place. Now it comes down to who's in first. Oh, well, Stan, I'm so excited. That dragon, I'm going to have to show everybody here so we can talk about it. That dragon is so cool. The art is fantastic. Who did the art on it? Again, was that Tricky? It didn't look exactly like Tricky art. I'm thinking of somebody else. It was Tricky. Okay, good. I mean, he's just a great artist. He has a bunch of different styles he can run with. He keeps a pretty standard style for most of the fish. But there went Meat Puppet. That's a cool fish, Meat Puppet. They just crashed out on Meat Puppet there in 3rd, and it looks like Darius 83 went right into the crab, right into the corner like the DVD logo. All right, Shepherd 52 and Junior since 82. So if your NFT or your name ended in a 2, apparently you had better luck. Let's get those distributed. So Shep, I'm going to give you both pieces you need to do the NU Arcade blend. I've got them right here in my wallet. Should be right at the top. You won. That's right, Shep. You're going to get a Hoot 2.0. Hello? Hoot 2.0 and a NU Arcade logo so that you can pop right on over and do one of those blends if you want, or you can sell these on the secondary market. But I think these logos, there's $1.25. There's some cheaper ones, so that may not be your move. I say you do the blend. There's still 2 1-of-1s left. Sending you those both now. They should be in your wallet. And then for 5th place, for 5th place, we'll get Junior since 82. Hey, Shep, I mean, I'm fine with people selling the stuff they get from me as long as they don't. I saw somebody selling one of my logos for 14 cents yesterday, and I'm like, I'm going to show you. I'm going to make sure that NFT becomes more valuable down the road, and you regret that decision. I'll show you. Yeah, I get it. There's people that just bounce around from stream to stream and then sell stuff immediately so they can build up their wax. And, you know, if you don't have any wax and you don't have means of converting to wax, I get it. I get it. It's better than nothing, right? It just hurts that it shows mine is so little value. I have my Adventure Time #1 listed for 10,000. That's what I'm talking about. I got an arcade logo for 5 wax. Dang, Falcon. I see. That's a value on a blend right there you could do. Let's take a look at the Welsh Stan collaboration drop for Twitchy Tides here. If you guys haven't seen it, there's 2 now up, 2 different collab drops. This one is Crew Tunes collab drop, and this one is the Welsh Stan collab drop. But no offense to Crew Tunes, this is the one I'm more excited about because I really like this dragon. This is Tricky Creates created the art. Look how good that detail is. It honestly looks so much better zoomed in than it does a little far out, but it's a fun fish nonetheless. So for $1, you can pick this up. 40 wax right now, 40.32 wax. If you get enough of these, if you get, I think it's 4 of these, you can blend them together to take that up and get, let's look at the blends. You'll be able to take that dragon and convert it into, is it Sparky or Welshie? Which one comes first? Yeah, you can do 4 puffs, make a Sparky, right? So if you do that blend and you get that Sparky already is a little more rare. There's only 49 of them in existence. But then take 4 Sparkies and blend those up and you can get a Welshie. That's the one to have, right? But then if you end up in your wallet with the Welshie, a Sparky, and the one from the drop, those 3 variants, if you end up with all 3 of those and you're holding those in your wallet on May 9th, so you got over a month, 6 weeks, somewhere in there. If you're holding all 3 of those in your wallet, on that day, they will take a snapshot and you will get a bonus limited rare exclusive added to your wallet. Let's look at, just for grins, what does a limited rare exclusive go for? There's limited scarce, there's rare, it's gotta be the rare exclusive, right? It's gotta be this one. No, there, limited rare. Look at that. At a minimum, $8.84 and up. Most of them are higher. That's actually a pretty good deal on that Cheeto Chomper, considering what you had to get that one. That's not bad. But you'll get, for $21, that's what it costs to do all 3, all 2 blends, and keep the third one non-blended in your wallet there. You'll get that airdrop, so you'll get 4 NFTs for $21. I think that's a really good value. I'm going to be doing it myself. I'm just watching my wax value to see if it goes up or down. And if enough people have 1 of each rarity, Welsh will do a hot tub stream. Just kidding. I don't think you're kidding. I think you'd do it. I think you'd do it. You need 21 of, yeah, there you go. That's it. That's the $21 you got to spend. So do that. There's a good opportunity there. And we're going to run another game of Twitchy Tides here in just a minute. Do not forget about the Twitchy TV. I think yesterday we learned that not everybody is up to speed on what Twitchy Tides TV is, and that is a channel that operates almost 24/7, run by Pop Paragon and the Twitchy Tides team. It's an official channel where you watch, and by watching, you're going to earn H2O, and then you can use that H2O to perform digs. There's a scurvy bot running in there. I'm going to do a dig right now. It's 50. Oh, look at that. Spitfire just got a Sacco. It's 50 per dig, 50 H2O, and when you dig, you could pull up packs, fish, You could get seaweed. What did I just get? I got fish food. Fish food is always needed if you're playing the game. And if you get really, really lucky, you get the there's a special fish each week in the tank. And this week is the neon. This one right here. Wait, no, is that the one, or that's a different version? No, that's it. You get a neon. The only way to get it is by playing Twitchy Tides TV. Those are $3+ a piece anyway, if you had to buy them on the secondary market right now. And you can do blends with those to get some real rare fish, all for just watching the channel and playing. That's it. So you can jump in at any time, and you can play the games on here. I can jump in with !Golf over there right now and possibly win food for placing in the top 3 over there. So don't forget about Twitchy Tides TV. I don't want you guys to miss out on it. Lots of free stuff given away all the time. If you want to, you can subscribe to that channel. And if you want to, you can try to track down the NFTs that give you boost. I'm up to like 30% bonus right now for a chance to win more. Each cast member is more. Do we get another announcement? Oh yeah, come on now. They even got Rebecca Romaine back. Let's go. So dope. Man, she's gonna do it. She's been in Star Trek here recently. Since she has the face paint and stuff and the bodysuit, I mean, pretty easy to make her look like she hasn't aged a day. I think she looks like that anyway, but that's crazy. That's so cool. Let's run another Twitchy Tides game. We're gonna do the same thing again. First and fifth are gonna get the pieces they need to do the NU arcade blend. And if you got your codename Kittyfish enabled and you get first place, you will get a 25 million wolf bonus, which is, I don't know what that's worth exactly right now. It's gone down a bit. That was about 20, 25 bucks once upon a time. Don't know what it is these days. But hey, free is free. I'm anxious to see what Woofy's got up their sleeves and what they announce next. Like, will there be a big game title dropping this year as they've hinted at? And will that increase the value of Woofy? Will they have multiple projects that increase the value of Woofy? Or will they, homer into the bushes? We don't know. We'll see. I think there's some fun stuff happening outside. Twitchy Tides and Funko are like right up there at the top for me. I don't play Alien Worlds. There's a couple others that are pretty big. What will be the next one that comes out of nowhere that has real value? Imagine if all of a sudden Twitchy Tides, if a Twitchy Tides type game came up that used Woofy, what would that do for Woofy? How big would that be? I'm sure they watched Twitchy Tides. They were partnered with them, so they knew what was going down. Or did they see some potential in here and go, we could build something like that? That would be awesome. They totally could. I'm gonna give you guys 1 minute to get in. Give me a timer for 1 minute. I would love to see a variety of games like this on Twitch that are playable with partners and on their website and et cetera, et cetera. Infinity instead of Infinity Wars, Infinity Chairs. That's great. I hope they don't announce the Ben Afflecks and the Tom Cruises and the et cetera, et cetera. I want to see them keep those secret. I think these should just be main characters they announce. You don't give away all the secrets. It's like I saw somebody write a whole article, and I don't think we needed a whole article to understand that they blew it with Captain America, the most recent movie, by showing us Red Hulk in advance. Had they kept Red Hulk a secret, that movie would have been a lot more fun. But they didn't. Yo, what's up, Savage? They felt like it was imperative that they reveal that in order to get butts and seats at the theater. And who knows if they were right or not, because once the cat was out of the bag, it was too late. I really wish they had kept that secret. I don't know if you guys you got a concept? Nice, Justin. Thank you for the support. Leave some surprise and fun. Yeah, exactly. They announced all of the Fantastic Four except Pedro Pascal. That's weird. Like they're gonna be together, right? That's kind of interesting. All right, Crypto Boogie's the last one in. I think I'm gonna count down and we're gonna kick off this game. First and fifth are gonna get prizes. They're gonna get, oh nice, Junior since '82 jumped in. Gonna give you guys the chance to win a Hoot 2.0 and an NU Arcade logo so that you can perform one of the NU Arcade blends, which are still live and available right now. And then if you have your codename Kitty enabled and get first, you get 25 million in a bonus. 25 million Wolf in a bonus. Here we go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Get those kitties in. Wonder how many Stan Lee cameos they could sneak in the movie with technology. They could do it without having him portray something like they did in the Daredevil series. They just showed a picture on the wall that said Employee of the Month, and it was Stan Lee. I think you could do some stuff like that. Would be a lot of fun. I don't want to see them recreate him. Even if they got the family's permission, I'd rather them not. That's just personal opinion. We lost Caesar, Honey Bunches, GB Australia, Natty 6, 4th Curator, Boba James, Tarjaran Puma, and Darth Wacko, all knocked out. Still got a lot of us left in there. Don't forget to use your special abilities. Also over on Twitchy Tides, a new game just popped up. New entry, if you want to. Code word Squid. I just got in over there. There it is. Oh, here he comes. Here come Debo. Oh, got Mock and Lazarus and Spawn. Knocked out. Dang. Misty and Crypto Boogie, Blue Penguin, Mark, official. And Python 25 all just knocked out. We're down to 21. 1st and 5th get a prize. There went Zach Bonifer, Savage, and Buzz King. Yikes. We're down to 18. There's a lot of pink and blue going on right now. Oh, dang. There went Professor Josh, Cal Laird, and Mindy. Funko Lover 30. All caught up in that corner. Oh, I haven't seen that special move before. That's a good one. I'm not going to say your name. I don't want to jinx you. I had not seen that move before. Probably just because I wasn't paying attention. Dang, there went Hagwinch, Darius 83, Cutie Beck, and me. We all got wailed on down in the corner there. We're down to 11 of the original 36. There went LCR 949. There went Hearth Revenge. Hear the Revenge. I've said your name a million times. Why that time it looked different. Walking Miracle. All knocked out. Oh, watch out. Snuck across the bottom, untouched. There it goes again. That's a fun one. There went Doubles and Juniors since 82. We're down to 6. So the second one knocked out here of these remaining will win a prize. Let's see who goes first. Can I say a name and jinx somebody? Should I? I won't do it. It was Nostalgia, then Welshtan. I think Welshtan is our winner in 5th place. Welshtan, if you guys haven't caught his streams, you need to. Good, positive guy. We seem to be ending every week on Tuesdays when he's in the lineup for the Twitchy Tides Tuesday. And yesterday, watching him, he once again shouted out my collection and shared on stream and told everybody about it. And I told him, I was like, I'm going to make you a custom Nerds Unite NFT for your stream, and I'm going to do it for Welshtan because I really love the way he talks about my projects and shares with everybody and just his positive attitude. So I'm going to work on something special for him to give away on his streams. I'm putting that on my to-do list right now. Port in first. Let's go, Port. And Welshdan in 5th. I was correct. Let's get those prizes out to you guys. Starting with Port, you're going to get a Hoot 2.0 and an NU Arcade logo so you can do a blend. Nah, Welshdan, I want to, man. I love what you do. I want to do something fun for you. I mean, if you don't want me to, I'd rather not, because your art sucks. That's okay. I understand. I hope that's not how you feel about it. Oh, are we getting another announcement? Hold on. I think that's what this is. Yep, that's right. Y'all called it. That was the music. Yeah, he's back. I just saw an interview with James Marsden talking about Sonic, and every question they asked him, he would make a reference to his time on on X-Men. He'd be like, Cyclops. And they're like, that's not even, no, that has nothing to do with this movie. He's so funny. And that the jury that he was on, that series, so good. I loved that. Let's get back to Twitchy Tides. I just sent Port his prizes. Let's send Welsh Stan his prizes. Isn't that good, Port? He's back. All right, sending these over to Welsh Stan. What's the, in Welsh Stan, NFT 55, what's the 55 for, Welsh Stan? 5 is my lucky number. What's up with your 55? Is that your lucky number? I thought you had a different number when we did Extra Life. I wonder what the story behind that is. Okay, let's take another look at what's happening with Droppp Arcade, and then I think we're going to close this one out shortly. I got a lot of work to do in prepping for the blends for tomorrow. I've started the work on... oh, yeah, I heard Paradise is good, but I haven't watched it. But anyway, I want to get some work done on that. There will be blends tomorrow for the freebie that I gave out yesterday. Those have already been distributed, so they'll be in your wallets. They will go up for sale. If you didn't get the logo or you want more, those will go up for sale tomorrow, as will the blends. And I've heard you guys repeatedly tell me, Sully, we like the blends, but we don't want as many hoots in shirts. We'd rather have the cows play. So I'm going to be bringing the numbers back down a little bit and reducing the number of hoot and shirts so you have a higher likelihood of getting hoot in the cows play. Yeah, absolutely, Bubba James. So that you guys can hopefully, we'll see if we can sell out another blend. So because we were selling out for a while there. Got a happy birthday, Natasha. That H looks a little bit like a 4 on the glance there, but it is an H. There you go. So keep an eye out. Blends will go live tomorrow, most likely at 3 p.m. unless I run into a ton of trouble with the blending, which can happen. It can be troublesome at points, but all right. I'm going to refresh one more time. Let's see where we sit. 14.6 million points have already been converted. 5,000 is the minimum score to get near the top 3-3. Nearly 1,000 players in the first 2 hours. We're at 992. Right now, first place is this retry.dp at nearly 300,000 points. It looks like they burned the majority of what they have to get there, but they could always purchase more. We've talked about that a lot today. Oh, good. I'm glad, Boba James. Well, happy birthday. This NZCZVU.dp, that rolls right off the tongue. They're at 128,000, but they got a bunch more in the tank. Not enough to overtake Retry. Piplies or Pipelies has been here the whole time in the top, near the top. They still have a lot of points left to burn. And so on and so on. We got a lot of people. The top 6 all over 100,000 points. The top 25 all over 50,000 points. The top 50 all over 30,000 points. 75, 22,000 points. So on and so on. Top 150, you had to have burned 12,700. And then the 333 is 5,000 points. We got a lot of people here in the where is this? 236 to 258. That range is barely any point difference. Yeah, there's a lot of wiggle room, a lot of movement you could get if once you get to 333 to move up pretty quick. But I wonder. Oh, look at this one. Oh, I just happened to click on Professor DP. That was the luck of the. He's here and he's got a ton of points left in the bank, so he could make major moves. Right now, that's the highest number I've seen in available points. What is happening? Something is. Oh, it's a hair. It felt like something was on the mouse pad. Look at this. That was the highest by far. Professor Josh just flexing. There's 210,000 waiting in the wings. 77,000. I love that you can see this data in here. I think this is so much fun. Oh, and that's a cool drop. Logo. Anyway, this is a lot of fun. I think this is cool. I know there wasn't a terrible amount of content for today to look at, but I think it's fun to see it. And some of you had some good questions that we've answered. We learned, I think the biggest thing we learned is that what we thought was eligible to convert is actually, there's more, because some of the stuff that's just gone through Snapshot, those NFTs are eligible. Pass along the info. Let your friends know. Don't make major moves. Don't be doing the burns unless you are aware that you're going to lose your NFTs forever. They are going to be burned. They're gone. The points are not going to extend past season 1. And Sully said, you can blame it on me. Sully said, wait till the last 48 hours because all season long people are going to be making moves unless, there is a caveat, unless Droppp announces some really fun prizes along the way. So pay attention to their social channels. If you're glutton for punishment, go over to their Discord and hang out there. That's your call. Play it slow. I think that's smart. Movie Man's at 237. Tree is the place to be. I like that. I think this is gonna be a lot of fun. I think this is a great step. We've been begging for something since the early days, and I only wish I had bought more over the seasons. I certainly had the opportunity, but I didn't. I just hope I made enough moves early on where it's gonna pay off for the seasons to come. Take a minute. I know I spent a lot of time here talking about what I wish I would see, what I wish they would do, but again, I'm never dogging Funko or Droppp. I think this is amazing. If you really enjoy it and you like it, go out on socials and say that. They could probably use a bit of positivity amidst a sea of anger and misunderstanding from people who love to call everything mid. We don't need that in this world. We need positivity and happiness. Go tell them what a great job they did and how excited you are. Don't burn your NFTs. Just send them to me. Somebody, 2025. Yeah, that's probably a thing. We had somebody stop by yesterday who was venting that they had horrible luck, and they were like, "I'm going to burn them all." I was like, "No, send them to me. I'll be happy to take them." They didn't offer anymore after that. I have a feeling they weren't really going to burn them all. Why isn't it a game? It's just a leaderboard. Oh, stop. I'm so frustrated with that too. /S, or you put it in quotes. So you are saying somebody else said it. It's so frustrating. It's a theme. It's a theme. When they called it the Under the Sea dance in Back to the Future, did you really think it was going to be under the sea? Come on. Come on, you're better than that. You're better than that. Feel free to use that on somebody. People are just silly. Just silly. All right, we're gonna rate out to somebody else. I'm gonna see who's on, and then I'll be back on Friday, 2 p.m. Pacific. We're gonna play some video games. We're gonna give away some prizes. We're gonna play the box game. For those of you who've been waiting patiently, I've got months of box game prizes. I'll be working on shipping those probably this afternoon and tomorrow. So if you've won something from me, but you haven't already messaged me with your full mailing address, first and last name as well, please do so. If I have to reach out and I don't hear from you right away, that's gonna delay your delivery again. The enchantment under the sea dance, right? But there was enchantment. They were not under a sea. Yeah. I'm having fun spectating. Surprised to see a 1-on-1 burn. Yeah, we saw Chris DP. We see you. Silly move, my friend. I heard there was an arcade. Where the hell is the pizza? It's a Domino's app away. Just get your Domino's app, get your Parmesan stuffed crust pizza. It's spectacular. By the way, Domino's, if you'd like to sponsor the stream, I would love to make you my official sponsor for Fridays. They had seahorses and fish hanging. Fish hanging. It sounds like they hung. No, it's the proper English is hanged. It sounds like they hanged fish. Like they murdered them. Like, what did the fish do wrong? Okay, I've gone too far. All right, let's see what we're going to rate over to. I'm looking right now. We've got Sensei Bullrog is on. Las Vegas Ape is on. Let's see, is Las Vegas Ape actually on screen doing the thing? Oh, he's playing some Rocket League. We haven't rated Las Vegas Ape in a while, but he's a great content creator. Ultimately, a really positive guy. He does curse and stuff, not necessarily family friendly, but that's okay. If you're okay with that vibe, then that's cool. He's a very good educator on all things Twitchy Tides. He's constantly playing games. He's got some running on his stream right now. Raid to the Marvel stream. Are they live on Twitch? I would do that if they were live on Twitch, but I don't think they would notice. So go hang out with Las Vegas Ape and have some fun. Jump in on his games. Don't forget to do the NU Arcade blends if you want to, or you can just wait for these Thursday's new blends. But there were still 2 1-on-1s in the NU Arcade blends. Before we get out of here, I'm going to give everybody on Twitch some additional points, which will be good in the box game on Friday. Let's make it 75 points to 72 people. Perfect. And we're going to raid to Las Vegas 8. Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate you. Best of luck with your Droppp Arcade. I'm going to hit one last refresh before we get out of here. Did we surpass? We did. In 2 hours' time, over 1,000 players have now converted, at least an NFT. 290,000 items converted. That's 290,000 less NFTs. That's like a full drop. Like one full drop disappeared. Points converted 15.2 million. Minimum score to get into the top 333 is 5,329 points. And there's just 83 days left in the season. Well, Stan, have a great one, my friend. Looking forward to future streams from you. Good luck. Everybody get your dragon. Get your dragons. Get all 21 of them. Do the blends. Be ready. Here we go. Remember to wash your hands. Check in on somebody you love. Make sure they're doing okay. And above all else, most importantly, Nerds Unite. Thank you for being here, Durak. I appreciate you. Let's go. There it goes.